Ever wondered who your unexpected guests might be on a cruise ship? No, it's not Jack Sparrow or a mermaid. It's something much smaller, but with a much bigger impact. Say hello to the Norovirus. This microscopic stowaway has a knack for turning dream vacations into gastrointestinal nightmares. Common on cruise ships, this unwelcome guest loves hand contact and buffet meals. It's the most common cause of gastroenteritis, spreading faster than a sunburn on the top deck. So if you're planning your next cruise vacation, you might want to keep this tiny troublemaker in mind. Now that we've met our uninvited guest, let's dive deeper into why it loves cruise ships so much. Picture this. You're on a luxurious cruise ship, the sun is shining, the sea is sparkling, and the buffet is overflowing. But lurking in the shadows, there's an uninvited guest, the Norovirus. So why is a cruise ship the perfect playground for this pesky pathogen? Well, it's all about proximity and shared spaces. On a cruise ship, you're living in close quarters with your fellow passengers. You're dining together, enjoying the same recreational areas, and touching the same surfaces. It's like a giant petri dish, and for Norovirus, it's the equivalent of a five-star hotel. But it's not just the shared spaces. It's also about how the virus spreads. Norovirus is a master of disguise. It's quick to spread through hand contact, contaminated food, and even the air you breathe. And once it's on board, it can move through a ship faster than a rumor about celebrity sightings on the top deck. Now you might be thinking, surely the cruise industry is doing something about this. And you'd be right. Despite the number of outbreaks in recent years, cruise lines are taking significant steps to prevent such unpleasantries. They're sanitizing commonly touched objects, encouraging good hygiene practices, and even adjusting dining options to reduce the risk of contamination. But let's not sugarcoat it. The Norovirus has caused a fair share of disruptions in recent years. Remember the unfortunate incident with nearly 600 people falling ill on a Royal Caribbean International cruise? That's the power of our uninvited guest. So, it seems our uninvited guest has found the perfect party spot on cruise ships. But don't despair, there's a way to fight back. We'll delve into that in our next scene, so stay tuned. While Norovirus seems to have a blast on cruise ships, we do have some weapons in our arsenal to combat it. Let's dive in and explore some of these preventive measures. First and foremost, cleanliness is key. Make sure to wash and sanitize your hands regularly, especially before meals and after using restrooms. This simple act can significantly reduce the risk of catching this pesky virus. Next, let's talk about commonly touched objects. You know, those elevator buttons, handrails, and door handles. As much as possible, try to avoid directly touching these virus hotspots. If you must, use a tissue or sleeve as a barrier. Now onto the buffet. It's all you can eat, it's tempting, it's a veritable smorgasbord of delights. But it's also a playground for Norovirus. Maybe give it a miss this time and opt for freshly prepared meals instead. Remember the saying, the solution to pollution is dilution? Well, it applies here too. Drinking plenty of water can help flush out any potential viruses from your system. And while we're on the topic of drinking, consider using plastic cups instead of glass ones. They're less likely to harbor the virus. Last, but definitely not least, is the importance of getting enough sleep. A well-rested body is a strong body, better equipped to fight off any viruses that dare to invade. With these tips in mind, you can enjoy your cruise vacation without worrying about our uninvited guest. So there you have it, folks. A sneak peek into the world of Norovirus on cruise ships. We've journeyed through the unexpected guests on cruise ships, dived deep into the uninvited guest, Norovirus, and armed ourselves with knowledge on how to fight against it. Remember, these gastrointestinal outbreaks are more common than you might think, with a handful of them reported each year. But don't let that deter you from your dream cruise vacation. Awareness is the first step to prevention. With the right precautions, such as constant hand washing, avoiding touching commonly touched objects, and opting for freshly prepared meals, you can significantly reduce your risk. While the increase in news reports on cruise ship illnesses may seem alarming, it's largely due to increased awareness and better diagnostic techniques. Norovirus might be the most common cause of gastroenteritis in the US, but with knowledge and hygiene on our side, we can keep it at bay. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful videos. Remember, knowledge is your best defense against our uninvited guest. Until next time, stay safe and happy cruising.